dollars. He was helping out on the.
Yeah, I think he was listening.
Was Grant who told you that it was the 1.6
No, I
million?
googled it. I think he commented that right after I said it.
Okay. Welcome back, everybody. This is Last Call, where we're trying to figure out how the hell we're getting $1.6 million to go eat some shrimp boil in Baton Rouge.
To build a baseball facility in the blue lot?
That is the one non-football thing I had put down on the notes to talk about.
Does it fit?
Oh man, I wish I would have made slides.
Did you have that? Did you try to do that in a
big
map?
spitting.
It sounds like something you would do.
I took I went to Georgia Tech's.
You did.
I went to Georgia Tech's field and I screen captured the size of their stadium, and then I went to the blue lot and I did that, and I put them all on one little page together, and I try to like rotate it, but I don't know if there's certain rotations, like if you want the face a certain direction. Like again, I know it's very important for football to be a north-south, because they want the sun to ever get in the quarterback's eyes. They want the east-west type thing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So which is one of the reasons why Georgia State Stadium or Center Park Stadium, why the field runs along third baseline versus first baseline or dead center or something like that. Anyhow, so I don't know about that, but I looked at it. I think that, especially because baseball stadiums don't have to be specific. Like, when you have a football stadium, it's got to be obviously 100 yards. Then you have your end zones, and then you've got the surrounding space to it. Whereas there's baseball stadiums that are wildly different in their dimensions.
I don't understand it, but
I kind of like it.
It's cool.
As a one-off. Like, I don't want every sport. I don't want like every sport to have different dimensions, but baseball making that their thing, like that we can just have randomly.
And it sort of makes more sense just with that game that it would be, we would make.
It's like golf. Different. I mean, golf's not a sport, but it's like golf. They're all different. They're all wildly different. You're not playing the exact same thing everywhere else.
Do you believe the rumor? How about that?
How
much do you trust it?
I believe so. What the rumor is that baseball, they're now looking seriously at baseball moving to blue lot from green lot, meaning moving not from where Hank Aaron hit 755, but moving to up closer to the box, the Convocation Center.
I don't hate it as an idea.
I think that if you did not explore that opportunity, that you're not doing your job. So it's definitely something worth exploring. I just feel like if you're in your fundraising days, if you can say we're right there by that Hank Aaron wall, that just gives you a chance to raise a lot more money than we're trying to keep from baseballs hitting into the new $80 million basketball arena.
I mean,
break the glass, you win something, right?
Like the facts on the ground are, they went in and they surveyed that area, and they found out that basically Atlanta Fulton County just got buried right underneath there, and there's all this like rubble and shit, and that it's going to cost a lot more money to make the stadium there,
like
than they
a
thought.
a lot more money,
a lot, yeah, like
the money to get it ready for the money they were going to spend. Like so they were saying like $5 or $6 million to build a baseball stadium, something like that. All right, they're talking like 10, 14, 20 million dollars.
I think I heard 16 is what keeps popping in my head for some reason.
Just to get the land, ready, to be able to spend that other money. So, as a university, where
money doesn't grow on trees.
$100,000 goes a long way. $16 million goes a fuck ton away, because we can say that now. I get it. You've got to do your due diligence and do that. And I was thinking, if you actually put it at the corner, I can't remember the street name, but you basically put it across the street from where the
Fulton
parking
Capitol.
No, from where the parking deck is going in. and you have
that
home.
lower area.
Oh, so a little bit further over, closer to the highway.
Yeah, you have that home plate right there at that intersection where the parking garage is going around across. That makes sense because then you've got parking
across the street. Sure.
People walk right across the street to the baseball, and then you also have all the other parking across the street from the box there for any other kind of tailgating or something. That was one angle. The other angle would be to do the exact same thing, but pop it over where home plate would be by the Olympic rings.
It would make sense because it kind of makes a baseball diamond-esque look.
It would fit a little bit better there. I think there would be more space for it. I think that would fit a little better, but I just don't know if it would look a little tacky with the cauldron and everything.
So I thought Carter owns that B lot.
Wait, what's going on?
What?
We can't the baseball team play at Center Park.
Do like a Raiders style, I think is what he's saying.
Yeah. But we've all been to Center Park Stadium, and there's a lot of seats out there in outfield.
So we got to tear that all down.
No, and so that I was gonna point that out too. I just didn't know where we were with it, but it really depends on how they rebuilt the outfield stands and what they'd be able to do with it. Because if they built it to be more permanent, then that's going to be expensive too. If they didn't, then maybe it wouldn't be. Maybe that is an option. I have no idea. But reconfigure it to be able to play baseball in there too. But that it seems like an option. I mean, they already have their locker room in there, right?
They do have the locker rooms and batting cages as well.
And batting cages, yeah.
Yeah. No, I think I can see I can fit in blue lot. Blue lot. I mean, green lot's still the priority play. Because what are you going to do? Is nothing going to go on that? Is that going to be a permanent parking lot because you don't want to excavate whatever's down there? And
Mike, you can put 100 cars on that area, but you can't have however many players.
Well, I think what it's got to come down to is it's not the players or the field; it's the construction around it. It's the seating, the press box, the camera, all that kind of stuff. It's all the extra things. I don't know.
It seems like cars would be rougher on all that than anything they would build there.
No cranes, right? No cranes. We don't want any cranes.
Jesus, man.
Just have cranes rolling all around Summerhill trying to find.
Have we had a podcast since then?
Yeah.
I think
okay. All right.
Last
cool.
week.
We talked about it.
Yeah.
We talked about it being closed indefinitely. Then we talked about it. It's open.
It's open now. You said, right? You told me. I haven't been back, but
you've survived this long without a pub sub.
Oh my God, I know. Well, no, I think that's what I made fun of in the podcast before. I think was that mayor was like, "What is the neighborhood gonna do about food?" And it's like, dude, it's only been open for like 2 months.
Go where they went before.
Yeah. No,
way to give a shit.
I saw that they were like talking about the way that the community was going to try to reach out to people to make sure that they were not starving to death because the grocery store that had been open for 2 months was closed temporarily.
So I guess I thought Summerhill B lot, which is close to the blue lot, I thought they owned it, Carter. So would there be some kind of like land swap and they start owning the green lot?
Oh, you'd swap it out or something?
Yeah, but then they would have to deal with it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's never been, the ownership stuff has not been clear to me. We should maybe understand that better because I thought we owned stuff and we leased it to Carter, and that's why we couldn't put stuff on there because we leased it.
No, we got to get like so the area where those Aspen Heights apartments went or whatever was all Carter. So like when we actually had tailgating and parking there,
that's great.
They Georgia State had to get permission from Carter, and Carter just let us have it, but they had to get like written permission because like there's got to be insurance
liability
stuff,
right?
All that kind of crap. But yeah, they had to get permission to do something. So when they wanted to do an event outside of just doing a regular Georgia State game, there used to be lines. There should be lines drawn out there, and like you can park in these spaces, not those spaces, because this is what Georgia State owns and what Carter owns, or what we have license to do.
Well, so that's not like proof in and of itself, though, because if they leased it, then they would still like the leaser would still have rights to that based on whatever the contract was.
No, so
We would be able to use it because we leased it.
Here's the reason why Georgia State does not own all of it. Taxes. So
Georgia State don't pay no taxes.
The city of Atlanta owned
We're a church,
all,
right?
The city of Atlanta. The city of Atlanta owned all that space when the Braves were there, and that was the big concern. Was like it was a tax desert.
Oh, they wanted the taxes, so they sold it to Carter, not us.
So yeah, so they I think it was like a 60-40 or a 70-30 with
right.
Georgia State being in the majority of the whole thing, but they had to have a private partner in the whole thing because they wanted to create a new tax revenue district, which they had from what they did not have before.
Look,
so that's
however great Summerhill is right now, we should have privately partnered with Rita's World.
You just want that moving river.
Lazy river.
I want the lazy river. Yeah, I want to be able to tailgate at my house, get on the lazy river,
Jump
to the stadium. Yeah, yes, that's what I want.
Okay, could you imagine actually going into the stadium too, like
going in through it? That'd be awesome.
Like I will see every other quarter as this thing makes its way across the Summerhill.
In like November, though, it's like freezing cold.
Get it heat. Oh, come on, man, we get it heated.
Okay, all right.
Ooh,
dang, man.
There's probably enough gases going through those the ground over there.
Can we get through all of the Atlanta Fulton County that's been buried underground?
There's enough gases coming out of the Atlanta Fulton County stuff that it'll just keep the water heated the entire time.
Well, and so we talked about this, but like San Francisco had a football player plant their foot through the field because they built it on top of a landfill, apparently.
Yeah.
And it just was not very stable. So maybe that's a consideration.
Like Tennessee has the buried people underneath their football stadium.
Let's not talk about Tennessee. Yeah. What are the people under the stairs? Is that old movie that was that horror movie?
That was a movie.
Yeah. All right. So that's like what they've got.
Did you see the trailer for Totally Killer?
No, but that sounds like a good movie.
I saw it on TikTok while I was driving, and so I didn't get to pay a lot of attention to it. But it starts off with a girl saying, "Have you ever seen the movie Back to the Future?" That's what's going on with me right now, and I'm trying to tell you how to prevent a murder. And I'm like, I'm intrigued. And the movie takes place in 1987, and it's a horror movie, but it's like all 80s just pop culture everything, and trying to stop like Freddy or Jason or somebody from killing all these kids. But the girl is like hanging out with her mom, who is in high school at that point. And yeah, Totally Killer. It looks awesome.
American Horror Story, one of their seasons. I couldn't tell you which one. They did one that was like a camp, and it was like it's all 80s style and just totally over the top. Like American Horror Story. I love American Horror Story. And they just take all the tropes and like really drive them home and like go over the top, and that one was 80s camp, and so there's all kinds of shit going on, but it's really good.
Yeah, I tried to watch American. Well, when they announced that Lady Gaga was going to be in a season of American Horror Story,
and I know one.
It made you perk up.
And I know that American Horror Story is a show that you don't need to watch every season. Does not
right.
Yeah,
they're all standalone.
But I have to watch every season before I can get to a new season. So we put on the first couple episodes of American Horror Story, and just whatever at that time was not our vibe. And
I mean, so the first season is the best season. So if you only watched a couple episodes that you didn't like it, like
never made it past an episode.
They're all very different though. They're all very different.
I want to say it's also like right when our first kid was born, and my wife Kim was just not really into anything that was outside of a comedy. Like she just needed like not seriousness, and that may have been what happened. Because I don't remember anything about American Horror Story.
Well, they go over the top. They do it on purpose. It's nice. I like it. It's good.
Like Black Box.
Jesus, good shit out of me. Telling American Horror Story.
You can get
cans are moving in there.
You can get more toast, Ryan.
No, it was a Coke can like on its side, and I guess the fan blew it off.
Hey, fan, how you doing?
Hey. Not to change the topic from American Horror Story,
Yeah, no, do it, please.
Georgia State Edition, but
please do.
Who owns the purple lot? Do we
What's
own
the
it?
purple lot?
That's the south lot below the stadium on the south side.
Yeah, that's the old media lot that they use that lot for their VIP, like when they give people that don't come to games generally, like they give them like President Suite access or Pack Suite access, or
Okay.
that's they use it for that. I don't know.
Police
if we own
too,
it.
right?
I think we own it, but
there is a Georgia State Police precinct right back there, and I know they drive into like the actual stadium area, but I think they might also park in that lot during the week.
That's the lot. So is that the lot that's on the same block as the stadium, or is it that's a lot across the street?
No, across the street. Yeah.
It's like
So
but it's a full side street.
Okay, so that's the one. That's the one where everyone want us to put in a practice facility.
Yes.
But it's the drain. It's the reservoir drain for the entire neighborhood of Summerhill, and they can't build anything there without it flooding.
Parking. So we couldn't even tailgate there.
That would make sense.
Well, but I don't understand how, like, why can't you build a practice facility on like a couple of feet of stilts and like let the water still drain and have something?
Wait, you think this is like Louisiana? Come on.
I know, right?
Jesus.
I was just thinking if we ever get priced out of on the bricks or whatever they call it now, and there's nowhere else to go,
we're gonna tailgate we're gonna tailgate for football and basketball on that deck outside of the box.
That's gonna be the new spot when we get priced out.
That's just gonna be the spot,
We're priced out, guys.
At least 2 roadies when you leave there to go to the game.
Hey. Not in our lifetime. Hey, Ryan, seriously, your definition of roadie is so different.
I don't know where you're gonna do the roadie while you walk, but
I'll take it.
You do you.
It's a walkie.
Denver, you listening?
That'd be really tough.
She is.
Yeah, I know. No, I mean, well, we talked about this when the whole thing first opened. Was
where are we tailgating?
They're not building in any space for us to do so. So it's going to be side streets or that parking deck or something. I don't know.
Maybe the tailgating at one point will become Georgia Avenue
on the bricks.
Well,
on the bricks,
yeah.
So
I really wish that plot of land across the street from the stadium, they'd just turn into like a little park that we can use for tailgating. That would be cool too.
They need to turn Funplex into a tailgating space.
Or that, yeah.
Because the city owns that.
Guys, Fanplex ain't going anywhere. They've been trying to get rid of that thing for a long time, and they play games, and that building is not.
Is it still utilized?
Is it a voting place or something?
They vote there, and they had some of the city meetings there, like when they did the Summerhill stuff, like the Summerhill meetings, talking about organizing it and all that stuff. Like they did some meetings there.
Community
so like
center.
they upkeep the building. The building is like usable, but like they keep playing political games with that building.
Well, that's
shit gonna happen with it.
That's what the city does, or government in general. They'll keep a facility up to date or at least usable, just because they don't want to get rid of it. Because at some point they may want to use it, and it'll be too expensive to buy back at that point. Like there's an old school down the street from me that they renovated the whole thing, and like a developer could come in there and build all kinds of homes and all this housing, all this kind of stuff. But but at some point we may need it again. So we're just gonna keep on investing money into it, even though it's not being used by anything.
Yeah, I can't quite figure it out. I don't know, because they like lining their pockets with the developer money. So it's like, if you got the space, like do it, man. Take that bribe.
Well, this is actually
we do.
The one I'm talking about is Board of Education, and Board of Education doesn't want to let go of any property.
Georgia State should be smart and sell $28 parking every time there's an event at Fanplex.
That $20 parking is the most absurd thing.
You want to vote $28?
buying season tickets should guarantee free parking. I don't care what your back donation level is. If you have a season ticket, you should get free parking.
Yeah,
We have it. We have it to spare. We have it to spare.
Right. I mean, especially right now. I mean, with the plans, we won't. It doesn't feel like, but definitely right now.
We should be finding every way possible to remove the barriers of entry into coming to a Georgia State game. But
free
football,
parking,
whether it be football or basketball. Hell, if you get basketball season tickets, get a free MARTA card. I don't know.
Blue Light's already free though, right?
Yeah. Well, it's for
basketball.
For basketball, yeah.
I don't. What are they gonna do when we have the parking deck?
I mean, when it was Sports Arena, during during the weekend, non-classroom days, I did like totally Porky Pig that. During non-classroom days, it was free.
I hope it's free.
What?
I hope it's free.
Well, G Deck was free to all season ticket holders on game days. I don't know if there was a time frame on that.
I think you had to be over a certain limit though to get free.
No, they just didn't tell people. So if you pulled up to the parking deck and you had season tickets,
no, I did that, and they told me no.
Well, you didn't. Well, did you have season tickets for a while? No, you just tell them. Hey, I'm on the basketball season ticket list, and they're like, "What's your name?" And you say, you name somebody that you know that has a big donation, and they say, "Okay, cool."
Mac.
And they let you in.
Mac Thurston. Yeah.
I wasn't gonna last name him, Tim. Jeez.
Everyone knows who Mac is.
I know. If they don't, they should go to Max.
They should. Yeah. Sponsor of the.
He is a sponsor. Yeah. We always say not a sponsor. He is actually a sponsor. Go to Max.
Official sponsor. Yeah. I'm actually not drinking any of his beer right now. I'm actually saving it for the next tailgate. So
well, he always gives me PBR, so I'll say the PBR was from him. It wasn't, but
there.
It actually might have been. I don't know, because I work up there, and I will stop at Max when I need beer, and I'm like on Tuesdays and Wednesdays I work in the office, and if I know I need beer, I will make sure to stop at Max. So,
did we put a good dent into the booze?
Not a lot. Oh yeah, I do have some actually beer here. I forgot. I have some Oktoberfest.
Nice.
From the tailgate or just in general?
No, this is from the tailgate that Matt gave us.
So, yes. So the answer actually was yes, not no.
Oh, sorry.
We got a nice eclectic mix of beer this time. We had the giant bottle 40 of Yingling, which
what happened to that? Oh,
what?
I did. Oh,
was that
in my bestie Verkle? Was that me?
Yeah,
might have been you.
Yeah.
I see.
And then there was some Hefeweizen I had never heard of at all, and but people seem to enjoy everything, and I don't know. There was just it was a nice mix. First week was just Michelob Ultra, so yeah, that's not a good face.
That's not a good face at all.
I've always said that if you ever want to make a beer taste good, just put Oktoberfest on the can or the bottle. I think I may have been proven wrong. Monday night, get your shit together. Monday night.
Yeah, but for $5 a month on our Patreon, come on out.
Yeah, I will drink these so you don't have to. But at the games,
hey, you get to try it. Maybe you like it. I don't know, but you get to try a beer for $5.
We will absolutely keep you hydrated with some Mick Ultra at a minimum.
No, but there's plenty. Then I've got a backpack full of Fireballs. We had the Post Meridium, another sponsor of tailgates.
I've been getting that name right, so
they have kept us fully blacked out. We're gonna have a blackout every season. Maybe that's what I should do. I haven't got their sign made yet. Maybe I should get that sign made in black.
Just blackout. Just call it the Post Meridium blackout.
Yeah.
That would be great. But really, more gimlets.
More
really, more gimlets, and apparently cosmopolitans.
Yeah, Cosmos went.
He only had one left, right?
And fewer espressos.
Yeah. Oh, I think I may have donated the espressos to my Falcons tailgate on the following Sunday. I was like, let's just get.
We used them to
They're good.
way
Oh,
down
no,
the
no, there was,
sign.
we had we had some people that actually came by and had a couple of the espresso. It's an espresso martini, and
Yeah.
let's be fair, the reason why we're talking shit about them is we're not coffee drinkers.
Oh, yeah.
The
The
people
guy
that
next door who was making the burrito
love 'em.
tacos, I did. I mean, he gave me 3 burrito tacos, and I gave him an espresso post meridian.
You're like, give me this awesome taco. Here's espresso martini.
I feel like I
let's-
won the trade, but
You
he was
did.
really excited about it.
let's temper this awesome taco thing. It's a vegan taco joint. So
No, this was not vegan.
the guy
there's
next to
meat
the
in
guy,
there.
the food truck up next to your house.
No, the guy that was
Oh.
tailgating next to us.
Who
Who he made burrito tacos, and it
did
was
you
so
guys-
hilarious because he was like, "Oh, I was just thinking like I'll just make hot dogs because nobody will like this," and I'm like, "Oh my
Hell
god,
no.
Just I don't. I think I had like a bite of your ribs because I ate the tacos.
Yeah, I don't think I had any of my ribs at all. Did you guys watch the replay of the game or watch the game at all?
Yeah,
I
not the
don't mean,
replay.
Replay,
The-
no. Game,
I mean, like on ESPN. Like, did you watch?
no.
no,
I
no.
watched the 65-yard run.
I was so pissed off. The very opening of it is they as they're doing like their kind of like opening sequence of here in Atlanta for Georgia State takes on UConn, the Huskies of University of Connecticut, like a little tailgating going on. Our tailgate not featured in like the 3 or 4 clips they did.
We were
Like-
tailgate of the year
Pretty much the year.
we are
of the year, and maybe that wasn't it because everyone's better than the last. So
But no,
It's true.
they showed what appeared to I think it was probably a frat tailgating because they like their grill was purple.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, I
and-
get it.
But then like they had they showed some people outside on the bricks and they showed some of those Greek Georgia State flags and everything. I kept on us looking for us in the background, but no, they didn't have us anywhere in there.
lame.
Yeah.
We were too
we-
far in. That's all. They couldn't make it all the way over.
We're the rock star tailgaters, man. You know.
Wait, just telling somebody I was like you can't miss us. We're the best tailgate at Georgia State. I was like, that's not being braggy. We're the only tailgate at Georgia State.
So we're like 1 of 5. You know.
That's true.
I don't know what they do over there though. Like I know the fraternities and sororities used to do off in that Summer Hill lot. They would do it up.
But they're on the bricks
for
now.
some games, not for all the games, but for some games they would like and they'd stay out there, right? We talk about that all the time. They'd stay out there. But they've started putting the frats and sororities on the bricks, just like on the other side.
Get
And it's
on
been
the other
such a
side of the
good-
bricks.
What?
I love it. I
Get
love
on
it.
the other
It's been
side of the
great.
bricks. Yeah, I like them in there.
Oh no, don't say it like that. That's a bad way of saying it. No, I love the energy that they
Yeah.
bring to it and the additional like even if the music's not my style, I just like that it's being played and like we
Look,
just
and
have like
There's not going to be a lot of people tailgating. Then make it concentrated so it feels really good if you're in it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's what they're doing. And I feel like they've done a really good job with that.
And I think this has been our best year of tailgating. I think that just 2 weeks in, and we got 2 weeks. Well, I guess we have 3 weeks off. I think this has been the best we've had so far. We gotta get strong for that Marshall homecoming game. I was thinking, what if we do like a homecoming theme for Marshall, like punch?
We'll all dress up in prom dresses and shit.
I didn't want to go that far, but like if the theme was like
Reverse.
punch and like finger foods and dumb shit like that.
Danny's made a comment. Yeah.
Yeah, true words. I've got I can see one still in the box over here.
But this week we just got gift cards, right?
They only do gift cards now. They went away from the eggs. I think after
minute-
the first year.
After
But like
I
you're
got-
putting that towards the tailgate, right, David?
Of course.
One improvement from this past weekend, it would be a nice feature to actually have porta potties.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. The air conditioned bathroom was quite nice that I got to go into.
That's true.
The line would be long though if it was for everybody to use.
I was gonna say the line never got quite that long because lots of people didn't know they could do it. But I don't know where those people
went to the
eat.
bathroom.
So
I didn't go at all until in the stadium. I'm like, where the hell did all the beer go?
So that was the first game. But this one, I went to the bathroom, I think, twice.
Well, so like the way I kind of approach things is I own everything around me, and I just expect everyone to acknowledge that. So I know there's bathrooms inside that stadium. I should just be able to go inside of there and use them, and I did, and that worked out for me. So
With the blackout, I had actually asked them if I was going to be able to go into the stadium early to buy some black merchandise, and I was pretty much told no, that there's like no in and out still. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I did not buy anything. I still have my 2016 black T-shirt from that black. I think that was our first ever blackout. But whatever, it's fine. I can't believe it fit.
Tim had a cool Nike shirt, that blackout shirt that I didn't even realize it was Georgia State. I thought he was just wearing a black
Just do
Nike,
it shirt.
Just do it shirt, and it was I literally there for an hour, 2 hours. I can't remember how long I was there before I realized it actually had like
the Panther head's in there.
The Panther head was inside of the Just Do It letter, and I was like,
it was very faded.
I kept on waiting for you to like change into something in Georgia State, and not realizing you were wearing.
It was Georgia State, yeah,
the entire time.
But that's one of the problems with blackout is that people just don't have a lot of black Georgia State gear because it's not one of our primary colors.
So at watching the replay of the game at the end when we finally the game was over, they panned to the crowd, whatever, and I saw a lot of people were just wearing like black clothes. Like there was a bunch of girls just in black dresses. And
I almost did it, right?
That's a good attempt. I like it.
Yeah, and it looked like coaches' families type stuff. Like they just like, all right, I'll just wear whatever black, because everyone's got something black. Everyone.
No, coaches' families should have black Georgia State gear.
I mean,
if they're going to do a blackout for the game, they should have it.
I hope so.
Everyone knows someone who's died, so you always got something black. So.
No. If it was like employees or families of employees that didn't have black gear, then that's another point in my column that we should not be doing blackouts. We should just do blue out. Just do it. Just a marketing thing. Just have fun with it. Whatever. Like we all wear blue. It's fine.
We can absolutely handle that.
But we don't know which. Then we'd bitch about which color blue is everyone wearing.
Oh no, not again.
Who was wearing weird blue?
I'm just saying, no, the variation of blue, even within the store, they never have the same blue color for everything.
Well, so that was the other thing is like I talked to Athletics about buying black gear, and I was like, well, okay, so like the bookstore online said give it 7 to 14 days, and I looked on Monday, which should have given me plenty of time to get something, and I didn't want to risk it, so I didn't buy anything, and they basically said, oh, just go to the bookstore, and I'm like, well, one, you can't count on them to have it.
Ever.
Because they very often do not have stuff, and we've learned from insiders that they don't talk to Athletics, so like what they have doesn't have, like Athletics just doesn't have any control over what the bookstore is going to have. So like it's not Athletics' fault, it's the university just doesn't like talk it through.
Well, whose fault is that then?
I would say that one, the president really needs to just be like, if you guys aren't working together well, you need to whip them into shape. They need to be working together. And the thing is if Athletics is creating a demand for these products, then carry the products. It's not hard, right? Like lots of people would not buy Georgia State gear if there wasn't a football team.
Do you think that if Athletics would have gone to the bookstore 2 or 3 months ahead of the time when they said, hey, we're doing a blackout for the UConn game, could you try to get some stuff in there for people, that they would have been like, yeah, we would?
From what I've heard from people who have done that is that has been attempted, and that the bookstore basically is just like, we're going to do whatever we want to do.
All right,
we're the bookstore.
Yeah, so that's a point where you raise it up and say, hey, we've got to be on the same page.
This is an opportunity.
We got to be on the same page.
So then the second point there,
and if they're not going to get, if you cannot get the university on board with it, then you do it yourself. They already did this before. They already created their own athletics store inside of The stadium, which
The
only la-
jerseys were apparently all athletics.
Really?
And yeah, that
the
was
six-
apparently an athletics
the
thing.
$65 jerseys.
You gotta get like an 80% markup.
But they did a
right?
thing. You know, they tried a thing.
Yeah, that's fine. That's
I'm
fine.
okay with it. I think it's cool.
Yeah, I have wasted. I have blown so much money on Georgia State stuff. I was not buying a $65 jersey.
Yeah, I mean, by the time game time happened, like really, if when I was asking about going in for the bookstore, they had it open and I could have gone in there and gotten it, but like once I was like in game mode and like
Too late.
drunk and tailgating and
It's too late.
By game mode, you mean like 3 sheets to the win.
I'm like I'm not gonna like I got other things I'm working on besides going to the bookstore. Like I'm talking to all my friends and hanging out. And
The
doing-
next beer.
You
right.
you think you're gonna get me drunk and I'm gonna buy whatever you have? Nope.
No, I'm gonna get drunk and I'm not gonna do shit for you.
Exactly.
I'm useless.
And I'm gonna get drunker.
I'm gonna be a warm body in the stadium. That's basically my contribution.
We had a safe ride home from the game. We didn't even Uber. We safe ride. We got our car hauled back with us, and it was cheaper than Uber. $20. $20. $20.
Wait. So they moved your car and took you home.
They took us home in our car, and then they had somebody follow us to take the driver home later on. Yeah. $20. $20.
So you just need to get drunk everywhere you go.
That's what I was telling Kim. I was like, that's cheaper than one Uber ride, or it's the same price as one Uber ride. So now I can just drive wherever I want to go and like save on one Uber experience, and then get shit-faced drunk and get a ride home.
And then pay less than Uber to get home.
I had to wait a little bit, but it's fine. I was still drinking. I was at a tailgate.
So my second point about the bookstore was I said it's not that easy to get to, right? It's not super easy to get over there and like find parking and do all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I was told to park under the Cortland Bridge with my hazards on and just run up there and run back.
That is the most Georgia State thing ever, and I absolutely love it. Yes.
Everyone should do that.
I'm like, okay, all right. Like I get that answer, but like that's not a good answer for the masses, right? They don't know that. And
Everyone
like, also,
just
you
do
want
it.
to have more people here than that.
But you got what you got to do is you got to like put a little note on the window that says like, I was told that if I'm going to the bookstore only to buy merchandise to support the university, I was okay to do this. I guarantee you there's like the GSU PD are kind of like, get out of here, motherfucker.
That's what athletics told me to do.
Don't pay for parking. Just park here.
I'll put a name and a phone number, somebody they can reach. Call me.
Charlie Cobb.
I don't want to name names because I don't feel like that's appropriate. But I was told to just park under the Cortland Bridge with my hazards on.
404-413. I don't know, whatever the numbers are for Cobb.
I think what we're saying is we need a better bookstore with more merchandise for everyone to buy.
And we really need our because I think it's still a problem. Our university just does not deal well with our athletic department. Like they just do not cooperate very much. And like my little brother was talking about one of his teachers saying like making fun of the football program and stuff. And it's like that just shouldn't happen. Like I just don't understand what that clash is, but they need to figure it out. They need to hug it out and just love each other.
I hope that works. If not, fire them out.
I mean, like, what is the purpose or reasoning for not like if you are an academic and you're just not into sports, got it, fine. That's
you don't have
the
to
way
say
you
a
are.
word.
Yeah, that you're that same person no matter what university you're at. But if you're an academic, why would you not just be like, hey, go Panthers, go State? Like, any win for Georgia State is a good thing for the entire university. It may be a little millimeter step up the scale,
right,
or something, but it's better than not. Why would you ever be against it?
Well, and if the bookstore can sell, a couple extra T-shirts, couple extra whatever, like those things are $60 a piece or something stupid. Like, just do it. Just like, I don't understand. That has to be a market. That has to be like a good market for the bookstore. All 20 fans want to buy stuff from there.
Yeah. We got a lot of comments about, from one person about the stuff. Wife came in with a black shirt. I had a Panther head up pinned to wear.
Good,
Perfect.
I like it. It works.
Yeah. There should have been black stuff to wear at the bookstore.
To be fair, that comment, I don't know if there wasn't because I didn't go.
I heard that they were running out of the jerseys or whatever, or they only had them in like massive sizes. They didn't have
Athletics is the one that figured it out, so I bet they screwed it.
Order something from the bookstore. It was a third party. Thank God, because no way it gets delivered in time.
So third parties are better than our bookstore.
Yeah. 7 to 14 days, guys. That's not 2023.
I wanted to pimp out our store because we have black shirts on our store, but I can't guarantee you when they get delivered. It's all it's
7 to 28. 7 to 28 days.
So I'm like as athletics, if like the bookstore is not cooperating, create your own store. Go on Amazon, stick the stuff in their warehouse. They have a whole process for it. And do whatever you want.
And it's down the street. It's
That's
right there by the airport.
Do whatever the fuck you want. Make your own store if the bookstore is not going to cooperate, and just sell whatever the fuck you want. I don't understand. They could fix it. They could have athletics.apparel.com.
They do.
They have shop.georgiastatesports.com.
But it's a bookstore, isn't it?
No.
It's athletics.
Shop Georgia State is not, and to be fair, not shop.georgiastatesports, shop.georgiastatesports.com.
I don't even think I knew about that.
I would say,
and it's not the easiest website. It's not the easiest website to navigate either.
Don't right click and open a new window if you want to see multiple.
No. If you want to buy multiple items, you just be prepared to it's not good.
But I like that idea. Just kick the bookstore out of the stadium, right? Start your own store in there.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't want to cooperate.
And then at basketball, same thing, right? Don't let them in there. Have your own stuff.
Yep.
Make more money. You probably would make more money, right?
Ryan posted 20 minutes ago. He has to pee.
Oh shit!
I just posted that.
Oh, it says 10:55. Oh, it's 10:55. I can't read. All right, I think we're gonna go ahead and close up last call, even though we're having a great time. But it's been going on for a long time. So
is it really 42 minutes?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Somebody remind me what we talked about so I can actually post this. Be like, it's a good conversation about merchandise and see the things I already forgot we talked about.
Blue Blot.
Thanks, everybody, for listening. We'll talk to you next week. Say goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.
Goodbye.